Zerodha Varsity is one of the most popular free educational resources for finance and investing, designed for people who want to understand trading, analysis, and the world of stock markets. When I first entered the website, the layout struck me as minimalistic and direct, which is good for clarity but can sometimes feel a little outdated compared to modern e-learning platforms. The homepage immediately guides you into different modules, ranging from basics of investing to advanced topics like futures, options, and technical analysis. Everything is broken into chapters, almost like a digital textbook, with a step-by-step format. As I started navigating, I noticed that the content is rich in explanations, but it's definitely text-heavy. Unlike video-driven courses that you may find elsewhere, Zerodha Varsity relies primarily on written lessons supported by charts and examples. This is great if you prefer reading, but for those who are more visual learners, the lack of interactive elements can make the process feel slower. Each module is comprehensive, covering not only definitions but also practical examples. For instance, when going through the section on technical indicators, you'll find clean explanations of concepts like moving averages, RSI, and candlestick patterns, all paired with illustrative charts. One of the highlights is how deep the content goes for a free resource. You don't just get surface-level definitions, you get real market applications and insights that feel similar to paid courses. However, navigation between modules can be a bit clunky. There's no modern progress tracker, and while you can jump between topics, the experience is not as seamless as a polished learning management system. The mobile experience is decent through the Zerodha Varsity app, but on desktop, it feels more like browsing a blog than a dedicated course platform. Another point worth mentioning is the language. The lessons are written in a very straightforward, sometimes simplified style, which is a plus for beginners but might feel too basic for intermediate learners who already have some financial background. That said, advanced modules do go deeper, especially when covering derivatives and risk management. Still, the step from beginner to advanced can feel steep, and there's no built-in guidance to tell you where to start if you're completely new. When financial reports feel like another language, career growth stalls. That's why I chose 365 Financial Analyst. Simple explanations, real business cases, and expert guidance. Go to the link in the description right now, get 57% off, and start learning with a step-by-step system that helps you master finance and accelerate your career. Back to Zerodha Varsity. One feature that stands out is the quiz section at the end of modules. While simple, it does give you a chance to check your understanding. The questions are not overly difficult, but serve as a quick self-assessment. What could make this better is a certificate of completion, which is missing here. Many learners today look for credentials to add to their resume or LinkedIn, and Zerodha Varsity doesn't provide that. It's purely for learning, which is honest and transparent, but may not align with everyone's career-building goals. In terms of accessibility, the biggest strength is that all this content is free. Unlike platforms that lock valuable lessons behind paywalls, here you get everything openly. This democratizes finance education, especially in India where access to structured finance learning has been limited. The downside is that you're essentially self-guided. There's no mentor support, no live doubt-clearing sessions, and no structured timeline. You have to motivate yourself to keep learning, which is easier said than done for many. The analytics side is also interesting. Zerodha Varsity doesn't just cover the theory of investing, it ties in practical application by using market data and case studies. The section on behavioral finance, for instance, introduces psychological aspects that influence trading decisions. This is a rare find in free resources. However, the way the examples are explained can sometimes feel oversimplified. More depth in real-world data-driven insights would make it stronger. Overall, my experience with Zerodha Varsity has been positive, but not without drawbacks. It's one of the most comprehensive free finance learning platforms, and for someone starting their journey in the stock market, it's an incredible place to begin. But if you're looking for a highly interactive, visually engaging, and certification-oriented platform, you might find it lacking. I appreciate the transparency and depth of information, but at times the static format and lack of community interaction make the learning feel lonely. If you are serious about finance and investing, I definitely recommend giving Zerodha Varsity a try, especially since it won't cost you anything. Just be aware that you'll need self-discipline to get through the modules. Don't forget to check out the useful links in the description as well for more resources that can support your learning. And if you found this review helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more honest reviews of finance and education platforms.